In this short demo, I'm going to show you guys how to use and the functionality of the automated tasks script wrapper for SolarWinds RMM. First, let's talk about why we created the script wrapper to begin with. In SolarWinds RMM, the automated tasks are a really important function, help us automate a lot of things. However, one of the big problems that we have with it internally is when you run a task, it takes sometimes 10 minutes, 30 minutes, sometimes upwards of an hour to get a response back about how that task completed, whether it is completed or not, and whether it was successful or not. So that's a big problem when you need to run a really quick script on a bunch of machines and you want to know the status and the result immediately, or maybe you have a client on the phone and they're waiting for a confirmation that that task has been completed, and you have to tell the customer, hey, we've got to call you back because we have to wait for our platform to let us know whether or not that was successful. So that is exactly the problem that the script wrapper solves. It's going to give us immediate feedback when the task starts, and again, it's going to give us immediate feedback with all of the logs of the task when it completes via email, so that we don't have to wait for the dashboard feedback. Let's take a look at how the script wrapper works. First, let's download the free script wrapper. After filling out the download form and clicking download, you'll get an immediate email with this script. Once you have the script wrapper, we're going to open it in Automation Manager. For this demo, we're simply going to create an example script. I'm going to call this example script Script Wrapper Example 1. So first, I'm going to save as the new file name. Next, I'm going to change the properties and give it our example name. The next step is our input variable. So we are going to fill in the first 5 variables. First, the script name, then the SMTP host for our email, then the SMTP username, the from email address, and the to email address. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Now that we have our global variables filled in, I'm going to go ahead and save. Now that we have all the information filled out for our example script, let's take a real quick look at how the script wrapper works. You'll notice the first part of the script wrapper is the script wrapper itself. And right in the middle between the start script and end script log items is where you're going to actually write your script. Everything after the end script log message is the rest of the script wrapper itself. So you want to leave those parts alone. For this example, I'm simply going to create a file. I'm going to log the step that was just completed. I'm going to wait 1 second, and then I'm going to verify that that file was actually written, and I'm going to decide whether to set the script to fail or show a success based on whether or not that file actually exists. So when you write your own script inside of these 2 log items, just keep that in mind. You want to have a way to verify whether or not your functions actually completed successfully, so that you have a positive confirmation that comes back to us so that we know that it was successful. I have everything I need for our example script, so I'm going to go ahead and save it and upload it to the dashboard. Now I'm going to go ahead, apply that task to one of our test machines. And now I'm going to enter in our SMTP password. I'm going to let that synchronize, and while we're letting that synchronize before running it, I just want to let you guys know another tip. If you do not want to have to type in your passwords to your tasks every time you apply those to a machine, you can hard code those in plain text in your AMP file if you want to. I'll show that on another video. Okay, only took about a minute and we're synchronized, so I'm going to go ahead and run this script. Okay, now that I've queued that task to run, we're going to jump over to our test machine and we're going to look and see what's going to happen there. Okay, I haven't waited any time at all. I've jumped over to our test VM machine as fast as I could, and let's take a look at what is happening on the endpoint. So you can see that script has already run. We've got our folder structure set with the name of the script and then a GUID, so that you're going to have multiple GUIDs every time you run it, so you can see if you need to go back on the machine and look at the history of those tasks run, you can do so. And inside this folder, you can see our example file that we wrote. You can see a success file, which is a little success stamp, and you can see our log here. The script wrapper automatically finds the client name, the site name, and the device name, and also is going to log the path of the script. It's going to give a start time, end time, how long it ran in hours, minutes, and seconds, and it's also going to give us our log feedback of whatever we asked it to tell us, and that was part of our example that we wrote. Now this only took seconds. Let's jump back to the dashboard, and we're going to see that the dashboard hasn't even told us that it started yet. Here we are back at the dashboard. And as you can see, I just refreshed. The dashboard doesn't even know that the task has even started, but we know that it's already completed. So I'm going to show you guys those emails which have already come in letting me know that it started and it completed successfully with the full log. Just seconds after this task ran, we got an email letting us know that it started and the device that it started on and the timestamp. And just seconds after it completed, we have another email here letting us know that it was a success based on whatever checks we set, and again it's going to let us know what machine and site and client ran on, the full path to the script, start time, end time, all of our logs. We only had one log entry here, and again success or fail with start time, end time, and how long it ran. And all of this happened just seconds after sending the task to run. I hope you guys like it. Let us know if there's any questions or feature requests, and thanks for watching.